All right, it's on and popping, people. We're sitting here with the legendary Joe Smooth. Now, it is a pleasure to have you on this album. For one, it's a pleasure to be able to even get this interview from you. Sitting off here to the left, we got Mr. Steve Silk Hurley as well. So, first of all, Joe, I mean, we know who you are. I'm sure everybody in Chicago know who you are, you know, but for the world, you know, and some of the people that may not know, and they probably been under a rock for all these years if they don't, I mean, just explain to the people who you are and what you do and a little bit of what you done.
I'm Joe Smooth. I DJ, producer, writer, arranger. I've been in the business since who knows how long. You know, I've been, back in the day, you know, from high school, I was doing parties. I went to De La Salle High School, you know, representing the Catholic schools. You know, coming up from high school, doing the parties, went away to school down to Champaign, Urbana, studied to be an engineer, but at the same time, we were busy doing all the house parties down there for all the fraternities. Decided my love was really in music, came back to Chicago, switched my major into graphic design, graphic arts, went to the Art Institute, and started when I was 17 years old DJing at the Smart Bar Warehouse. Back in the day, I used to do a combination of what the Euro sound was, making my own beats up with my different keyboards and synthesizers and drum machines, and incorporating some actually alternative music into the mix. I'm one of the people who reopened a club called The Warehouse in Chicago. So I was one of the co-owners of The Warehouse and one of the main house DJs back in the day. Some of the mainstream artists that I work with like the Art of Noise, Pet Shop Boys, Whitney Houston, Donnell Jones, Cisco, Joe, just a few, Destiny Child, just a few people here and there.
Just a few people here and there. Listen, that was just not even a quarter of the list.
Right.
That can go on. What about some of the more current stuff that you've done? Just, you know, big artist wise per se.
I guess like Chris Brown, Omarion, A-Marie, Mary, Vivian Green. I mean, I could just keep naming names. Just about everybody who's out there in the commercial market, I've probably done something, production, remixes, something dealing with one of those artists, main artists. You know, I think there's always going to be a change, and there's always, you know, evolution in the music. I think now it's a little, well, I should get back to the beginning. Originally, I think it was a little more inspired from, you know, just our feelings down inside, where now I think it's a little more produced and marketed towards the mainstream than it was before. Before, we really didn't care about marketing, we were just doing our thing. Now it has to kind of, you know, with majors dealing with it, it has to kind of fit in to what's going on with the mainstream of music right now. You know, and I keep it on both sides. You know, with the majors, I try to give them what I think will work in the commercial marketplace, and then on the other side, when I do my own stuff, I just try to keep it real in the streets. You know, more in an underground club kind of vibe to it.
Tell the people a little bit more about that track that's on the Chicago LP.
Well, it's a song called "Keep On Praising." No matter what I do, I'm always I always like to put some type of inspirational message in the music. You know, I always like to give praise and thanks to God, you know, for him. I guess for without him, you know, there wouldn't be what goes on. And I'm really into sending positive messages out to the youth. And I think through dance music, you know, it's always through the generations. The kids have always come up on dance music. The younger, it's always been a young appeal, and I always like to put something in it for them to maybe take something from that's inspiring. When I did Promised Land was inspired from, you know, I was on maybe one of the first house music tours, and just seeing, you know, traveling through France, through Sweden, Italy, you know, traveling around the world, we were performing in front of people who really didn't understand what we were saying, and that what they were doing was they were getting a feeling from the music. So I think the music was transcending everything. So if you've got something that's spiritual, if you've got something that's motivational, I think that will transcend everything. Transcend the language barriers, or transcend all cultures.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm so excited that I got to be here tonight listening to the Chicago LP. I'm Gina Harris, and you all know me.